Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be taking a look at OEDRO floor mats for Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyon. Thanks a lot for OEDRO for sending these to me to review and install. I'm going to be putting these into my 2019 GMC Canyon crew cab. Now I've got the mats laid out here on my kitchen table so you can take a look at them before we put them in the truck. Nothing real exciting or special. These are floor mats. I'll just go over some of the basics of these really quickly. We've got a full set here for the front and back, driver side, passenger side, and then the rear passengers as well that goes over the hump. And I think I have this flipped around. These will face the front of the vehicle when they are installed. So this is the driver side liner. It does have the little clicky holes for the tabs that lock it into the carpet, so this doesn't slide when you're driving, which is a good feature, so that they don't slide up underneath your pedals. That's a good function there. The passenger side does not have it, but there's nothing for them to click into anyways on the passenger side. There's nothing, the passenger side's carpet doesn't have the little clicky holes, so that's not really a big deal. The rear ones, they seem, adequate. We'll see when they get put in. The only thing I see as a downfall of these is there's not much of a lip here along the edge to really catch a lot of water or snow and ice and debris. If these get filled up quite a bit, it's going to be pretty easy for that debris to get over the edge of this lip. I guess time will tell. If you keep your vehicle relatively clean and you vacuum it out frequently, that may not be an issue. Same with this. These clicky holes are not sealed to the bottom, so if you're getting in with like icy or watery or snowy boots, the water can penetrate through this and get down to the carpet underneath, versus the Huskies that I have in the vehicle right now. Those are totally closed off. I'll show that and I'll compare that when we install those into the truck. So included with the package that they sent me, obviously we have the full set of the liners, a little package with floor mats manual in case you didn't know how to install floor mats. There's use and care guide in here and stuff like that, just basic information. Also customer service information here, which is nice. And it looks like they include a spare set of these little clicky things if one of these breaks down the road, so you can throw that in a drawer somewhere. Let's throw these in the truck. We'll talk about them a little bit more. So just to compare, on the left are the mats that I currently have in my truck, which are Husky liners, and on the right are the OEDRO mats that we're going to test out. So like I said about these little, where the mats lock into the carpeting below, there's these spots. Both of these mats have that. That's great. That's what these little things are. That just locks the mat into the carpeting so that it doesn't slide forward and get into the pedals. With these two mats side by side, you can see the Huskies do extend quite a bit further forward. So if you stretch your feet out, these are not going to have as good of coverage. And the Husky does have this lip that goes over the side of the kick panel here, which gives another added benefit, whereas these do not. For the most part, I think they will do a good job of, just catching the dirt. They might not be great for really muddy or snowy conditions. Those you might want to go into another option. But for the price point of these, which is about half what these full set of Husky liners cost. Now, as far as the feel of the material, these are heavier, the Huskies, than these. But I don't think that makes a difference either. As far as durability goes, it's not going to make that much of a difference over time. One more thing I'll point out is the Huskies have little knobs on the bottom here, these little spikes that really grip it into the carpet even more, in addition to the two pegs to lock it into the carpet. So these really did not move underneath. They've been great mats. They're just getting a little worn out, but they clean up nice. The OEDROs do not have those on the underside, so you're relying solely on the two spots where they lock into the carpeting to not move. But let's throw it in and see how it looks and fits in the driver's side compartment. So I apologize for the darkness. It's raining outside. I need to do this in the garage, so it's not very bright. But anyways, let's throw these in. Super easy, like I said. I got the seat pushed all the way back so that it's easier to drop them into place. Then it's just a matter of lining up the two little pegs. Nice little click there. Nice little click there. They do fit quite nicely and seem like they will do a good job. Hopefully they conform. They're kind of like puffed up in the middle there, but maybe they will conform a little better over time as your feet kind of sit there all the time when you're driving. So you can see where they stop there. So if you do stretch your feet out, you might get some dirt back there over the backside and under the carpet, but you'll just have to remove the mats every so often and vacuum underneath, which is, I do that anyways, so it's not really a big deal to me. So on the right side here, we have the OEDRO rear floor mats. And on the left here, we have the Husky liners that I've been using for a while. They look comparable in shape and size and coverage, which is good. I think they'll do a good job of, filling in the same area. The Husky liners have this little flap that goes over the kick panel on the side. Looks like the OEDROs have those as well. That's good. The one thing I was talking about earlier is the lip on the front of the mats. So these are the Husky liners here. They got a pretty prominent lip at the front of the mat. So if people have their feet here with dirt or snow or whatever, that's going to get caught by this lip up front here. Whereas the OEDROs, they don't really have much of a lip. So any snow or ice or mud and stuff, it's going to go forward. Another thing with the Huskies, they got the little spikes on the bottom. These never really moved in the couple of years that I've had them in the truck, which is nice. Again, the OEDROs do not have that feature. So that's the price point. Like I said, the full set of Huskies are well over $200, whereas these are $130 for the set. You are going to lose a little bit of benefits just at the price point alone. But anyways, let's throw the OEDRO in the back and just see how they fit. So we got the OEDROs installed in the rear. They fit pretty well for the most part. One area that I found was kind of strange. They have like this flap at the back, and you have to kind of shove it underneath the plastic like storage area under the seat here to make it fit. Otherwise, they do seem to fit into place pretty well. You can see along the side here, the door. They fit underneath the driver's seat pretty well. They go over the hump nicely. They are tight against the rear console right there, and then they go over there underneath the passenger seat. So now that we got those two installed, I'm going to put the passenger side one in and see how that one fits. I suspect it's going to fit pretty well, just like these two have. The only gripe I had was right here. This little flap had to be tucked underneath the plastic storage area to make it fit. Otherwise, it doesn't fit quite nice. You have to tuck that in underneath to really get it into place. Not a big deal. That'll probably help it stay in place better, but just something I thought I'd mention. So here is a comparison of my Huskies and the OEDROs on the right for the passenger side front mats. You can see, like the driver's side front mats, the Huskies extend quite a bit further forward than the OEDROs. That's just something you get extra with the Husky liners. So if you do extend your feet out, you're going to have some dirt and debris going over the top of the mat and getting on the carpet. The one thing with my Husky liners is this side always deformed and got goofed up with the door that was in place, because these are supposed to slide over the kick panel and then the door actually goes over it, but oftentimes the door would just push it like this and just ended up deforming this whole side over time. Not a big deal, but it's just kind of an annoyance. To compare, like all the other Huskies, these have the spikes on the bottom to keep them in place. The OEDROs do not. Let's toss this one in the passenger side and see how it looks. So that's what they look like on the passenger side. They fit nicely on that side. I do like how they fit up against the kick panel there, back here along the transmission hump. Then you can see how far back they go. You can actually see how much higher the Huskies went just by the deformation in the carpeting there. I think for light use and just everyday people that aren't like in off-road situations every single day or getting dirt and tons of snow and ice every single day, these OEDROs are going to perform adequately. They are going to do the job to keep your carpets clean. You're just going to have to clean out underneath them every once in a while like you would have to do with other mats regardless. Overall, not a bad set of mats for the price point. I think they fill a budget need for these mats for the Colorado and the Canyon. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Love it if you subscribed. I will post a link to these in the description box below where you can get your set for yourself, for your Colorado or your Canyon. Big shout out to OEDRO for supplying these mats for me today to review and install. Appreciate that very much. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.